We are live on YouTube. We are live on Instagram. Going live on Facebook. Live, live, live. We are live on YouTube. Live on Instagram. Going live on Facebook. Yes, we are live on Facebook. Hello, wonderful people. Hello, our wonderful supporting team and our viewers. Good evening to you all and welcome once again to the Diamond Lady TV. This is the Diamond Lady Show and tonight we are in the seat with this very pretty sister of mine. I'm always bringing all the pretty women around, isn't it? So if you are watching us tonight, people, what I would like you to do is just type in a hi, hello. Just tell us your location, where you are listening or watching us from. This is the Diamond Lady Show. And the other thing I will request of you is please share. If you are on Facebook especially, just share this program with other people. Let's get other people watching as well. I am going to start doing that on my own. So we've got a very lovely sister with us here tonight. And I am going to let her introduce herself in just a few minutes. Just bear with me. I would like to share this to other pages first. And then so that all these people will get to know who this very special lady is today. So just give me a minute. A second. Let's just share this to people and then we are definitely going to enjoy ourselves tonight. Tonight's topic is something which is dear to my heart and is dear to our very lady's heart as well. So I will just keep on sharing and then we will go ahead with the program. Right, I will leave it to wherever I have gotten to. So I'm going to introduce myself again. Hello, wonderful people. Good evening. This is Diamond Lady, and this is the Diamond Lady Show. So tonight, our topic is all about parental nudity. The pros and the cons. There's a whole lot of issues rising up about this topic. In recent days, there's been arrests here and there. There's been issues just rising up so many times. I would like to say good evening to those watching us on YouTube, those watching us on Instagram, and those on Facebook as well. If you know anyone who can't watch us on Facebook, please invite them to watch it on YouTube, and then they can also watch it on Instagram. They only need to search for Diamond Lady TV. So I'm just going to read a few comments here whilst we wait for our guests to come back. So we've got Patrick A. McAdu. Thank you yesterday for supporting us and thank you for being a guest on the show yesterday, Patrick. And he is saying hi. I guess he was the first person here tonight. Then he is still saying, I am here. Oh, thank you for your support. Then we've got Jo Men. She's also here to support us. Thank you for your constant support and love, Jo Men. Then Patrick is watching us from Ghana, Cape Coast. Thank you. Then we've got Mami Denta. Oh, she is finally here. So Mami Denta is the owner of African Moms in Deutschland. So if you are someone who lives in Deutschland, you can go and join that group. It's a very, very big group. They give a lot of support here and there. You definitely need to go and join the group. There are so many other groups that she organizes as well. I will bring it up one of these days for you all so you can also join. Then she also says, I'm so happy I finally caught up your live. Yes, we are so happy to have you here tonight. I know most people miss out on our live show all the time. Most times it's nice when you watch us live, isn't it? Then you can contribute as well. Then we've got Ama Mwakwa saying hello. Hi, Ama Mwakwa. We are missing you, darling. Then she also says, looking beautiful, sisters. Oh, thank you. So this is it. We are sat here. We are ready for the show. We are ready to rumble. I wish we could do this in Chi, but then we've got people who are watching us and they don't speak Chi. So obviously, we might bring a few of our own dialects in there. So bear with us. So tonight, the lady we've got with us, our guest tonight, is in the name of Ajwa Sewapia. She is one of our people who is always watching and giving us all the boom, 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 bash, bash, bash. But today she sat in the chair with us today. So, Sister Ajwa, please introduce yourself to everyone. Tell us a little bit about yourself, please.
Oh, thank you very much for the opportunity. I'm always at the background giving the shots, but now I'm in the hot seat. I hope I can give a productive program as I do at the background. My name is Ajwa Apia, or you can call me Veronica Apia, whichever way, that is fine. But Ajwa Apia is what I use on Facebook. I live in Luton in the United Kingdom with my family. I've got 2 kids, and this very topic is very dear to my heart, as Diamond Lady says. So I hope we do justice to the topic, and then everybody else will their issues on board as well, and then we treat it as it is, so that we don't hide anything, that we come out plain and bold, so that I know people are watching who are wondering as well. So we are here to teach, to educate, and then to learn from other people as well. Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much. She's done all my job for me. Maybe we should exchange places now. So yes, just as our sister said, yes, we are here to learn from our viewers. Just as our viewers are also going to learn from us. We cannot all have the knowledge within us. You, our viewers, are also going to impact some knowledge onto us as well. So I would also like to say a very big thank you to all our sponsors and our supporters. So we've got St. Maya Dry Line Limited. Then we've got Mama Z European Shop. We've got Sweet Seduction. We've got Mama Z European Shop, which I've already mentioned. They sell keto stuff in Ghana. We've got Sister Eat Fit Lose if you want to go on a healthy lifestyle. Then we've got a whole list of companies. I will bring you all that list later because I am itching to talk about this. I am so itching to talk about this topic. So just not long ago, just a couple of weeks or about a week ago, there was one of these ladies who was quite popular in Ghana. Yes, we are not here to talk about her, but then we'll just cite her as an example to start with, that everybody knows someone called Ekuapin Polo if you live in Ghana, or even if you live in a foreign country and you're someone who is following people in Ghana, and she's one of those people, and she got arrested because of this same issue of parental nudity, and there's a whole lot about it. I definitely don't know so much about the situation, but all I know is she took a photo with her young son, and somehow her photo was described as a nude photo. So it wasn't right. It was her son's birthday. It wasn't right. And eventually they went to court, and then she got arrested and what. Okay. So tonight, this topic, as it is dear to you, our very dear Sister Vero, what is all this about parental nudity? You know, what is it about? You start with us, tell us. And then our viewers, please, we will be looking at your contributions and your questions. Just keep them flowing, okay? So, sister, into your court.
Okay. Parental nudity to me is just being naked. Nudity is naked, not covered up. To be nude is not covered. I'm not wearing anything like I'm wearing. You are just bare. Like when you were born, you were nude from your mother's womb.
Yes.
So that is what nudity is. And to add a parental bit is when you are nude, you are naked in front of your kids. So basically that is what it means in a layman's explanation. So you are not covered up, you are naked in front of your kids, like in the bathroom. You go to the bathroom, nobody goes to bath with clothes on. So you are naked like you are bathing, and then you are naked in front of your kids. So that is a little explanation of what I can give as a parental nudity. So as whether you are a man, you are a parent, a man, a male or female, you are naked, you are not covered up in front of your kid. So that is the parent and the nakedness aspect of the parental nudity. If I'm
Okay.
agreeing.
All right, that is a very, very nice definition you've given us, but you kept on hammering on the point that parents being naked in front of their children. Are you saying that any other adult who might be a caretaker, or should I say someone who has adopted a child and all that, are they classed under the parents, or as a caretaker or a carer, you are okay to go?
No.
Okay.
Any adult at all, but
Okay.
the parent of course is somebody who has given birth to you.
Close connection.
An adopted is also if you adopted, that person is a parent as well. So it goes down to parents and adult, and then a carer as well. So it all goes down to somebody who you are taking care of. So if you are the adult,
yes,
and then you get naked in front of a kid. So that is the nudity. Yeah.
Okay. I know I have been listening into a whole lot of conversations and then reading a whole lot, and this thing has been buffering my mind for a very, very long time, when it comes to parental nudity and what age is best not to be in front of a child and all that. I am torn in between. Yes, I don't have any children, but then I have nieces and nephews, and sometimes they are in my own care. I have to take care of them, and obviously, because they are related to me, I would want to just go free probably sometimes and think, oh, it's okay to do this and all that. Should there be a fine line drawn at all? And if there should be a fine line drawn as to how you can go, or when you can go naked in front of these children, what time should it be? What should be that fine line then?
Okay, so if they are babies, and to some extent toddlers, I think you can get away with it. My son, when my son was a baby and I'm going to bath, my husband came from work sometimes around 10 o'clock, and I couldn't wait for him to come before I go and take a bath. So I put him in a push tent, and I put him there, and then I have my bath. But when they start like knowing things, especially, I have a toddler who is just about to be 4. The questions you ask you is something that you might think they are not seeing, or not seeing as if they are blind, but they are not seeing things that is going on. They know. So you can get away with it from the baby up to maybe 2, 3. But when it gets to the time when they are knowing their body themselves, they know. With the cartoons and then the things that they watch when they go to nursery, they know this is my head, this is my boobies, this is my bum. They know. So when they start knowing their body, I think there should be some cover up, because they are going to school. They know they cover up.
Yes.
Especially when they are going to the my daughter attends nursery. When she's going to the washroom, her teacher takes her there. She knows she's not supposed to be naked in front of the mates. But she comes in and everybody is opened up, and so it's confusing. So when they start knowing their body, to me, the 4, 5 thereabouts, there should be a distinction between you going on naked in front of them, and then you start covering up, and then because they start asking questions, why is your boobies bigger than mine? Can you imagine? You have a 3-year-old.
Weird questions.
So you should know that kids of nowadays I don't know what they are eating, and I don't know how fast they are going, but they are going very fast and they are learning very fast. So when it gets to that age from 0 to 3, I think you can get away. But from that side, you need to be very, very careful.
Oh, all right. You saying this and saying that children starts to know their eyes, their head, and then they start recognizing parts of their body. That reminds me of I think it was a story I heard some time back. Maybe lots of our viewers might have heard this before. So this is a story whereby I think I was living in Ghana at that time when I had that story, and they said there was this little girl who went to school, and her mates were mentioning a whole lot of different parts of the body, saying vagina. I'm sorry to be using all these words, but then, well, we might as well pronounce them the right way, isn't it? Vagina, penis, and all that, in our language. They mentioned them in our language to this young girl, but they didn't really point out what those were, okay, because these other children had heard their parents talk about that. So this little girl went home. Let's just call this little girl Issy. Issy went home and then went to mom and dad and went, mom and dad, my friends were saying certain things in school today and I really want to know what they are. So mom and dad said, yeah, you fire away. So she went ahead and said, as he said, mom or dad, what is penis? Then mom and dad looked at each other and thought, oh my God, this question. Parents find it hard to answer certain questions. So they said to her, what is penis? Immediately dad said, oh, it means my leg. It's my leg. Penis is my leg. Then she went ahead. She says, okay, I'll keep it in my head. Penis is your leg. Then she went ahead and then said, this is another question, mama or dad. I want to know this. What is vagina? Then they looked at each other again. Parents looked at each other again and thought, she's too young to know these. Then the next minute they said, oh, vagina means the eye. So you know what happened? She kept these two things in her head. Later on, a few days later, they got visitors, and you know how children are. They will get visitors, and then this child is playing in the living room at the same time. And then the next minute, she's making so much noise. Essie is making so much noise, and they say to Essie, stop it. Essie, stop it. And Essie doesn't want to stop it. So eventually, dad wanted attention and then kicked Essie with the leg. You know what Essie said? Dad, why are you kicking me with your penis? Then the next minute, the visitors were thinking, what is she saying? And then she looks at mom and the mom is blinking the eye. And then she says, mom, what are you doing to your vagina? So, just even telling the children the parts of the body. And then I know it's quite hard for parents to describe these things to children because they always think these children are young and they don't have to know certain things at certain age, and it's so difficult. So you talking about the fact that when you had a baby and your husband wouldn't come home very early, so usually you have to take your baby to the bathroom whilst you take a bath and all that. As parents at a certain age, they go to have a shower with their children. And so mom is having a shower and having a shower with a baby or with a toddler, I would say, not a baby, a toddler, because sometimes at the age of 3, 4 and all that, in Africa, in our culture, most times you see that happening. A mom goes to the bathroom and goes with a son, and because they want to save time somehow, they have a shower with a child at the same time. Is that right at all? Do you think that is right, or there should be a fine line drawn at that age as well?
Like I'll still stick to that age thing that I said. From 0 to 3, maybe it's okay. And then even from 3 upwards, once in a while, maybe you're in a hurry, like everybody's in a hurry, getting late and stuff like that, you can do it, but it shouldn't be an everyday something.
Okay.
Especially when you know they know their body. They are, like you said, the kid went to school and all the children, other children were mentioning the parts of the body.
Yes.
Yeah, so she knows something. So immediately she asked you what is penis. There is something that you should tell her that she knows. She might not know which specific part of the body, but she knows. So if you don't teach your kids, who is teaching your kid for you?
Yes.
If you don't tell them, who is telling them what's for you? You get me? So if once in a while you are having a bath and then your son, I am a woman, so I'll say my son, because my daughter, she has what I have, so it's easily explainable to her to speak certain things to her. But the son comes in and we are having a bath and we give him a bath once in a while. But the 5, 6, 7 thereabout, I think you should cover up.
Yes.
You get me? Put the towel, give them a quick bath, send them off, and then you continue your thing. It shouldn't be like your son is 7, 8, 9, and then you are having a bath with them. I don't think that is very ideal.
Of course, I don't think it's very ideal either. I was doing my own personal investigation, and then I found out that, wait, let's look at it this way. Let's say a mom could as children or as babies, sometimes they tend to fidget with mom's breast and all that at a certain age, because obviously they've been sucking on the boobs for a while, and then even at 2 and 3 they would still want to go and fidget with the mom's boobs and all that. And yes, moms don't care. Sometimes they would want to just take their bras off and then be doing things in front of these children. With that, with things I have learned so far, I haven't really heard that anyone is saying that they were being molested by their mom. But then there's issues where it says molestation by dad and all that, because obviously dad does not really have any part of his body that can be played with, isn't it? And even you can never even invite your child to play with any part of your body. Yes, children would want to play on their dad's chest and all that. Do you think there should also be a fine line drawn to say, hey, my children shouldn't be touching my boobs anymore because it's making my husband jealous, or what is it? Do you still think that is something we should go on, or it should be stopped?
It should be stopped at a certain time. Can you imagine you being at church or at a party, and because your son fondles your boobies in the room, or what I'm so the feelings no the other. So the boy does that, and then at church, not knowing like he is a kid obviously, and by you maybe you are busy in the listening to the program and he will start
fondling you. Yes.
Imagine how embarrassing that would be. People will be looking at you. What sort of training are you giving your kids anyway? And you can, even if people are not saying it yourself, you'll be thinking, what am I doing? Am I not doing right? Why would my son be doing that in public? It's because he did that at home. He was not stopped.
Yes.
And so you take it out. That is why I said, if you are not teaching your kids at home, who will be teaching them out there for you? So it's and maybe how somebody would describe it, it will be like the way, like, our Ghanaian people, I am a Ghanaian, so I was for the Ghanaian people, they will stare at you and be like, hey, DNA and stuff like that. But it's in maybe cry your thought were not there. So at a certain point, it has to be stopped from home before it goes out in public.
Okay, so what about the fact that I was reading online again? I like to do a lot of research and do a lot of reading, and there was this family, and the mom was actually saying she doesn't mind at what age that her children looks at her nudeness, in the sense that she wants to promote body positivity. All because these children are constantly looking online or looking in the newspaper or these magazines, and there is a lot of people who have done a lot of Photoshop, or these models. Yes, in recent days they are showing like plus size models and all that, but then we used to see a lot of people looking certain ways, and then to children as they are growing up, they look at that and then they think that is how you have to look like, no matter what, at what age. And then they will start thinking, well, my mom doesn't look right, or my dad doesn't look right. Hence, this family, they wanted to promote body positivity by going nude most of the times in front of their children, just to let them know that there is difference in people and all that. Do you actually agree to that? Do you think that is the right way of teaching children?
No, that is, to me, that is absurd. You don't have to get naked in front of your child for them to know that for you to teach them that this is the type of your body. They are different from you. They are learning. You are the first point of learning for your kids.
Yes.
What you teach them, that is why they learn from home. They learn your mother tongue.
Mm-hmm.
The language they are speaking, they understand. So you teach them in plain language. This is your body. This is how it looks like. This is how God made you. That is why the Bible says you should train up the child the way they should go,
yes.
so that when they go, they will not depart. So whatever they are learning from childhood, it will not depart from them. It might look like they've forgotten, but it might not depart from them. They keep seeing the adult body. They keep seeing a mommy's body. When they go out and they are of a certain age, they are supposed to be going getting married to younger women, and then because they've been seeing mommy's body, they tend to go after a mommy's body type woman.
Mm-hmm.
Can you imagine if your son does that? He brings a mommy type home. What would you feel? So it's not funny at all for you to be getting naked and you are saying that for them to be comfortable in their body, teach them to be comfortable in their body. Okay. You teach them. Not everything you see online is the truth.
Yes. Yes.
Not everything. My daughter has a cartoon that they've been watching. I like my body the way it is. Mm-hmm. So you teach them when in these things when they start and then they know their body. Say this is nice, and so she will look in the mirror and when you do hair for her, my hair is nice, my face is nice, I'm beautiful and stuff. That is self-realization. She knows she's beautiful. So when you go out and you let it sink in, yes. She goes out and anybody thinks otherwise. The first point of learning, the mm-hmm. parents have taught her that she is fine the way she is. She doesn't need to be doing certain things to look like another person. She is fine the way she is. So I don't think you get the indicator in front of your 10 years, your 12 years boy and say, because I want to be positive in my body, so this is how my body is. This is no.
Okay. Was it okay in the past to do that, or is it recent days that it has changed?
It's always not be okay, but from where we are coming from, your parents won't sit you down to tell you that when you get to a certain age, this, that. Yes. Most of the things that I know, I like to read a lot and then the internet a lot. I love reading a lot.
Yes.
I learned by reading and stuff like that. Even when you go and ask, I remember when we completed SS and my auntie, anytime somebody calls you, yeah, this is men and stuff like that, they won't tell you the reason why you're not supposed to be mingling with a lot of men. You get me?
Yes,
all they
yes.
Do with too many men and stuff. It's been there always. But was it good? It was not good. So we that are learning that is not good. That is when we have to educate ours, so that when they come up, they can also educate theirs. And then when you train them, you teach them, they take it out there and they are good to go. And people will learn from them as well.
All right. You remember, I think both of us were even talking about the fact that we've had the same story at a point where a young adult, the mom is pushing him to go and get married now. And at the moment, he doesn't want to get married to anyone because he has been seeing mom's nakedness from childhood, So that fine line was never drawn. And to him, he perceived that every woman should be looking like mom.
Mom, yes.
You see? So no matter how the woman should be, he meets a woman and the woman's body doesn't look like mom. It's like nest. So it have an impact on his mentality, isn't it?
A very impact. It is there from day one. That's why I said that when it gets to a certain time, you have to be drawing lines. This gentleman is 28 and he's never had a girlfriend of his age. Every time he goes in for a woman is somebody his mom's age, the 50s, the 60s. It's because he's been seeing his mom. And the mom is a single parent. She did so well with the kids, but educating them, they are doing so well. But this gentleman, like they drop by, my son, moms and sons
Yes,
bond very well.
yes,
So
yes,
he's
yes.
been seeing the mom and stuff like that. So she doesn't like the boobies that are up. She doesn't like the ones that are at Parliament.
That are sleeping comfortably.
Like.
The ones that are sleeping comfortably.
But the ones that are like socks, that is what he likes because that is what he's been seeing and that is what attracts him. And now he needs help. It was on a program that we were discussing. He needs help because he thinks it's not normal. But
Yes.
that is what he's been seeing from childhood. So it's going to take time before he comes around to. And the mom is pushing him to get married. And who is going to get married to somebody your age?
Yeah.
It's because that is what we've always known. So it's not.
There's nothing wrong with that, but then I think his mentality has been impacted so badly, isn't it? If it was his own decision without looking at that mentality, if it was his own decision to say, oh, I want older people, then probably that wouldn't have been a bad issue. But then in his own case, it is because mom kept on showing her nakedness. Thinking that is my son. There's nothing wrong with my son seeing my nakedness. And we've heard stories whereby sons have actually, or daughters or whatever, gone sleeping with a dad or gone sleeping with a mom because they've been showing their nakedness for a very, very long time. And yes, because from obviously teenage age, they start, hormones and all things starts changing in them, isn't it? And definitely they get opposite attract and all that, and some don't see anything wrong with it. I've heard a story whereby a young lad actually went raping his mom. Yes, mom is meant to be stronger than the son, but then unfortunately this is a situation that happened, isn't it? Is this mom going to be comfortable enough to say that, oh, my son slept with me? How embarrassing that is quite a bit of a shame. I am going to read a few comments from here and then we will carry on. So we've got Rosemary Ofori. Hello, my daughter. You're doing great work. Thank you, Ma. Ma Rose is always here supporting us all the time. Thank you. Kwame Safo is one of the people who is always supporting us as well. He says, good work, my dear. Thank you. Then we've got my Miss Sofu Beatrice here. She's saying, my beautiful ladies, you are looking great. Thank you for your support. Then we've got her saying again, go, my sister, daughter, Ajua. So then there you go. Then Amamwakwa says, ha ha ha. I think she was laughing at the fact that Essie was calling that like penis and calling mom's eye vagina, which was such a coincidence, isn't it? Moms are good at blinking their eyes at children, isn't it? Not that will never really, they barely would do that. Moms are always blinking their eyes. And she went, Mom, what are you doing with your vagina? Oh my God, I can't imagine. And Dad is kicking there. And Dad, what are you doing with your penis? How could that be possible? We need to teach the children the right thing, Then Amabwakwa says, we as parents should be very open and honest when it comes to these things. Honestly, it is, because when I was doing my investigation, it says that you mentioned the fact that children by the age of 3, that should cease, So from baby to about being a toddler, that the fine line should start drawing from there. Yes, we know that when kids gets to being a toddler or from 3 onwards, sometimes they are very, very destructive, and sometimes they want to climb everything, they want to bring everything down and all that. And as a parent, if you should leave them to go and have a shower or anything, by the time you come back, the house would have been turned upside down, or the baby or this toddler would have been under a cupboard or something. So most parents tend to open the door widely and say, hey, my daughter, or hey, my son, stand in here whilst I take a shower, which is something else anyway. But that is the situation certain parents find themselves in at some point, especially if they don't have someone else there to hold on to this child or to be keeping an eye on this child whilst they go to have a shower. There is the awkward moment where they'll give you an awkward look, and then, or sometimes they would even shy off, or some children are brave enough and say, are you going to cover up? Or others may be curious enough to want to touch a bit of your body and want to feel it, isn't it? And I have witnessed a little girl using putting pad in her panty because she's seen a mom or an auntie do it, and she would go to the toilet, immediately fold tissue and then put it in her panty, and you ask her, why did you do that? She says, I see you do it, so why can't I do it? It's that was I know, yes, these children are definitely going to grow into adulthood, but then they should be learning things as they go by their age, isn't it? And it's rather unfortunate. Drawing the fine line is quite difficult for some parents. So we've got wonderful Rosie here. She's saying, okay, hi sis, and she says, amen to that. Yes, just what you said. You were saying something about children growing. We should train the children to be what we want them to be in future. Yes, it's always not the case because sometimes they go wayward, but if you train them, there should be some godliness still within them, isn't it? Yeah. Amamwakwa says, of course, Amamwakwa says very true. Then we got Margarine saying sock pie. Yes, you were talking about the fact that the mom's boobs is looking like sock. Then Adra, oh yeah, you know what she's trying to say. I'm not even going to say what you're talking. Well. This is an interesting topic. I am really enjoying this topic and the contributions we are having so far. So I picked this video from online. It doesn't belong to me, so we don't have rights over this video, and it's a video that belongs to I wrote her name somewhere. That is, if I can find her name. I can't really find it, but I'm going to play this video, and it's something that has happened in the US, okay? And we can all listen into it and then contribute to it as well. Let's see.
Mom, a woman out of Utah, she's been charged with lewdness in her own home. Here's why. Her stepchildren walked into the room and saw her bare chest. Her name is Tilly Buchanan. Her husband and her said that they'd taken off their shirts. They were inside the garage renovating their home. And they were working with debris, and they took off their shirts or whatever. And the kids walked in. Stepkids told their parent, their mom. And somehow it got all tangled up to the point where this woman, if convicted, she faces jail time. And she could have to register as a sex offender. Her husband was also shirtless, was not charged in this. It really is one of the most bizarre stories that I've ever heard in my life. You were up here shaking your head. Let me get you to stand up.
Yeah. I just said me too.
Me too what?
I've never heard something like that before.
I never heard anything like that. And so I'll be honest. So we just had a conversation. You have something else to say again? Oh my gosh, come on. What is
that? Let me explain. If in New Jersey that is against the law, I should be in jail. Okay?
Because what?
I am naked all the time.
Well, okay, all right.
And I think it's absolutely not.
Okay. Since you confess, you have something to say? Yeah. Okay, I'm going to tell you to stand up. My husband and I just had a big conversation about it because I sleep naked. I don't sleep in clothes. And he said Moses is in the room in his crib. And so I said, but he's 6 months. He doesn't know it. She said, go to sleep, Moses. I mean, what is the age that you should no longer be naked around your child? Oh boy.
I'm not supporting the children right here. I'm saying
The ex-wife is jealous.
Oh.
Okay. The kids don't like their stepmama.
Oh.
And that's why they called and got the story or construed it. Because there's no way in your own home, right? In your own house, you can't take your shirt off.
I love how you just solved the case. Okay.
So that is just something for us to ponder over. You know, when I saw that story, I thought, you know what, I should bring the story up, let everybody else listen as well, and then share their own views about it. What do you think about this, Auntie Vero?
I like that the lady says she's naked every time, so she should be in jail. She should be in jail.
Yes.
For a long time.
Mm-hmm.
What bothers me is she should be registered as a sex offender. Oh my goodness, that is too harsh. That is her home. She's not parading or molesting or doing stuff like that to the kids. You know, she's at home, she's working, she's staying at home. And it was unknowing. They were working.
Yes.
Nobody works in their, essentially where you are in the garage, you are fixing things. Nobody fix cars in their suit and stuff like that. So yeah, maybe you are hot, you take your thing, it's left with your bra and stuff like that.
Yes.
There is nothing wrong with it. But the law is the law. But for her to register as a sex offender, that
it's quite harsh, isn't it? But you know what she was saying, what Taron was saying? She was saying that this is a situation whereby husband, which is dad, is topless as well. Mom is topless, but obviously has bra on. You could see a bit of her boobs. But these children thought, no, stepmom, you've gone way beyond this. You've taken your top off with me. We've seen it. So you should be arrested. And I'm thinking, well, she didn't come and do it in front of the children and say, hey, this is me, you know?
Yes.
And
I think I agree with what the other lady said. It's just that their mom putting things in there. They just don't like their stepmom. So she's in her house.
Mm-hmm.
You get me? That is not
staring their affairs, isn't it? Staring their affairs
behind the thing, doing that and stuff like that. But you had your chance, you blew it. They are with another person. Just leave them be. To the extent that she's going to be registered as a sex offender, that is very harsh.
It is. I also
think the man was also bare-chested. So, and I don't know if there was a girl child among the children.
Yeah. So why did they?
The man not being, in facing jail time or also register as a sex offender? Why is it the only woman, only the woman who is being treated out?
Well. You know what? From what the story is all about, they were not in the same room with the children. They were in a garage and doing their own thing there or working. Not as if they were having sex or anything. They were actually working. And obviously, at some point in time, when you think, "Oh, I'm too hot. I have worked so much. We're sweating so much. Let's take our tops off." Yes. Little did they know that these children will be bumping in there. That brings me to this question, okay? This is a situation whereby most parents face this situation in their homes when they are having a shower or going to most people in England here, our bathroom has the toilet in there as well. Sometimes as soon as you jump into the shower, there's someone knocking. I need the toilet desperately. I need that and all that. Or sometimes you might be half naked and someone desperately needs the toilet. Is this a matter of you having to let them wait, or should you just say, it's not locked, come in? Or sometimes they don't even knock on the door, they just bump in. Is that also all right? Or do you think that would be used against them at some point in future?
I don't think so, because they need the toilet. They need to go desperately. Like a child, for instance, he needs the toilet, or you wouldn't want your child to poo on themselves, because that is going to be another thing altogether.
Yes.
So if you have the shower curtain, you just draw the curtain. If they are too old to see you naked,
Yes.
like the 7, 8, 9 thereabout.
Mm-hmm.
You just you put a towel, you cover up, and they do their thing, and then you just leave, let them leave the bathroom, and then you continue with what you are doing.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes, like you said, they don't even lock. This is a situation where in England you don't even have locks
on
doors in your bedroom.
Yes.
So the privacy stuff is an issue.
Mm-hmm.
So to me, when you finish with what they are doing, they come in unannounced.
Mm-hmm.
You finish with what they are doing, and then you tell them, you just like they're training and they're teaching us them. As when you just tell them, knock on the door, tell me what you want,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'll open for you. If you come in next time, this is what will happen, or you are not supposed to walk
Mm-hmm.
into people's privacy. Not you alone, but you might leave them with a friend,
Mm-hmm.
a family or something, and they go do that. And it maybe they might not tell you, but you know the perception, what training are you giving your kids and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
you teach them at home that when they are going into somebody else's room, they should just give a knock or just announce their presence, that I want to use the toilet. My daughter, when I'm bathing, she goes, Mommy, I need to read. And then I'll just say, come and do it. And then she will go. Just so if you have a shower curtain, just draw it. If you don't have a shower curtain, just cover, put a towel.
Mm-hmm.
You wait for that 5 minutes or just 2 minutes will not take anything out of your shower time. So
Yeah.
that is my opinion here.
I think I agree to that as well. You know, I also came upon, or I stumbled upon this word where it's being used most of the time, which is casual nudity. You know, so being naked once a while. What do you say to that as well? You know, and let's say if you've drawn the fine line, you think, oh yes, she's no more or he's no more a child from the age of 4 above or 3 above. But there are certain parents who think there should be a once a while celebration of casual nudity. What is your own thinking about that then?
I wouldn't give such a definition or do such a definition. You know, if it's a mistake once in a while, fine, but not that casual thing that you have to do that for them to be seen and stuff like that. My kids are young,
Yes.
and me honestly, I don't like, especially when it's hot. I just don't wear anything, but they are young, so I to some extent I can get away with it. But if you have grown up kids, and just casual nudity is not for me. It's not this. It's just not for me. It's the same thing as you going. You just going naked before them and they are seeing you. Do whether casual or every day or once in a while, it's not the thing for me.
All right. So I heard the story. Let me say the story that I had, which shocked me actually. So there was this little girl. I think she's about 2.5 years old or so, and there's something she usually sees her mom do. And I'm sorry, we're hitting more on the mom, because moms usually have the tendency to doing this. Yes, dads do, but it's usually mom who is like, oh, I'm in a hurry, let me do that. Oh, I'm in a hurry, you know, we just don't mind. So this little girl has been seeing mom taking nude photos of herself. Mom sometimes will sit, open her leg, take photos. Mom sometimes will just open her boobs and then take photos. And this little girl is about 2. So one day mom decides she's not taking photos that day, and the next minute, you know what she saw? This little girl, I will call her AC again. AC went to pick her little Barbie doll, opened Barbie doll's leg, picked her toy phone, pretended to be taking photos, just like mom does all the time. You know, mom takes photos of the boobs, and then she will be talking to the Barbie and going, Barbie, no, open, let's take. You know, so that is something that is starting to develop in this little girl's mentality already. You said that drawing the fine line, the best bit or the best time could be from 2, but this is a situation where from 3, but this is a situation whereby this child is 2. What do you say to this? Because it just baffles the mind.
That is why I said you are the first point of training and learning for your kids.
Mm-hmm.
They go to school,
Yes.
but what they are learning from school is from the book, and I don't think in the books they are going to be, nobody's going to be opening their legs to take new pictures and stuff like that. So everything that you are doing from day one, they see it.
Yes.
Everything that you are doing, they see. Can you imagine if she had a real phone
Mm-hmm.
and she decides to take a picture and post it? She doesn't know what she's doing.
I have seen that
Because
before. I have seen
Yes.
that before,
What
where
you
a
do-
little girl has taken photos, explicit photos of herself and posted online without her mom seeing it, and her mom saw it later on.
and it's gone.
Yes,
There's nothing you can do about it because she's seeing you do it. She thinks it's okay.
it's
and
normal.
and we the adults are like gods for our kids because they look up to us to do everything.
Of
So when you
course.
shout, my daughter, when you shout at them, they said, "No, Jai, they're away." And then the next time I heard her shouting to the brother, Jai, you know. So you shout at them. She
They
knows
are
what it is,
copycats, isn't it? They are good
Exactly.
copy kids. Yes.
Exactly, and then she will take it out.
Mm-hmm.
I have a social worker friend. What she tells me is when they think a child is putting up some behavior in school, and then they call the social workers. They give them dolls, you know, like we are saying. The
Yes.
chobi.
Yes.
It's like they are relating to them, and then they will be. You might think they are just playing, but that is what they are looking out for.
Yes.
So
Watching.
everything you are doing, your child is exposing you through the doll.
Yes.
If that is what you like that.
Mhm.
Taking you pictures, opening your leg, be taking, and these social workers get to know that this child is putting up a certain behavior. They give the child a doll, like they are playing. They see that this is what you are doing. What evidence do you have that is not what you are doing?
Of
Because that
course.
is what the child has been seeing.
Yes.
As
Yes.
little as 2 years, she knows that you open your legs and take new pictures. I don't subscribe to that new pictures. I just don't know why people do it.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. It could go out. It could, now the
Tarnish,
internet
yes.
is the biggest storage ever.
Yes. Yes.
The pictures I took, I joined Facebook 2002 something. The pictures that I took since then, it sometimes pops up. And
Because they say when you delete it, it doesn't go. You delete it, but it's not, even though you said it's deleted.
You don't
Yes.
even know who has saved it.
Mm-hmm.
The person maybe did not save it out of just to disgrace you or something. Maybe you are at that time you were nicer, or you might do something that somebody will fish it out and bring it out. And what will
Yes.
you do at that time? You might be a big person. You might be doing all the thing, and just this stupid mistake. I'll be playing and say this thing will bring you down. This like that. I don't subscribe to this nudity, nude pictures, take naked pictures. What is all this? And now, just 2 years, he's also doing it. So that
Yes.
is what the social workers do. They give your child a tube. You think you are playing. Your child is playing with the tube, and before you know, she says everything that is happening at home.
Of course, psychological, isn't it? It's a psychological way of getting information indirectly, isn't it? They give you, and then if you're someone who beats your daughter or your son or your child, you know, these children will start playing that same thing with the toy and going maybe akolabone or something, you know, and then they will start asking questions. So who's been doing that? So, you know.
And it brings up a conversation between them, and they'll be spilling all your secret out.
Of course, it's not easy. I'm just going to read a few comments from here. So, we've got someone saying Auntie Vero. Obviously, she's saying something to you. You alone knows it. Amwa says, it's something we all as parents can easily fall into. I know you don't just have to be a parent. You know, there are people who are going through motherhood. Even though they are not the original mothers of these children, they are taking care of other people's children, okay, as their own. So don't say because you are not a mother or a father to this child, it doesn't matter, you can go naked before them. You need to start drawing a fine line. It is difficult, but this is a practice that you need to start now. If it is something you've never done in the past, this is the opportunity. Start now. because the way things come back to bite us is serious. You know, the way these people, because we live abroad, we always want to use abroad as an example. Even when it takes 50 years, some children or someone can come up and say, when I was young, you did this to me. I want to take you on now. My dad molested me, or my mom molested me. I want to take it on now. And it's so strange. They are going to try and remember a whole lot of things that they think you did, which was not right. My mom was probably always walking naked in front of me, or my dad was always doing this in front of me. And I think that is an abuse of some sort, you know. That is why we are talking about this, just to educate ourselves and to educate others as well. Then we've got Marjorie saying again, she's laughing, obviously. We said something very funny. And then Amamu Akwan saying, God forgive us as parents. I know it's never easy to talk about such things. Unbelievably, we've gone 55 minutes into our conversation already. It feels so good when we are talking about a topic which is dear to our heart, and we want to tell people more and more about it. Before we can give our final words or whatever other thing that Auntie Vero has to tell us, I am going to just talk about a few of our supporters and sponsors. So we've got Sweet Seduction, which is on our screens now. So Sweet Seduction, if you want to spice up your marriage or your relationship, go and find them on Instagram, follow them. You can go and ask them any questions and they will be there to give you all the support you need. Then we've got PNK Puzzles, and they are in Ghana. If you are into photography, or if you need photography sessions or videography for your programs, contact NK Puzzles. They are on Instagram and on Facebook. Look for Mama Z European Shop. They are a keto shop in Ghana as well. You can contact them if you want to buy anything keto. And then we've got Sister Eat Fit Lose. They are on Instagram and Facebook if you want to go on a healthy lifestyle to maintain weight or to stay in shape. Definitely go and join the group as well. Then we've got Sinaka Kitchen if you're looking to buy or order everything Ghanaian dishes, African dishes. Contact them. They are at Luton. So if you live in and around Luton, their information is running down below as well. Then we've got Sister United Puff Puff. They sell it in Ghana and they sell it in United Kingdom as well. So that is their information. If you want to buy Buffret mix in Ghana, you can buy from them. And in England, you can buy it at eBay or Etsy. That is the information running down below as well. We've also got St. Maya Dryline Limited, who support us all the time. Then we've also got Afrithwo, which is a group where they sell African products and all that. And we also have our dear sister, the Nubian. And she is in Germany. She sells a lot of African products as well. You can contact her. So, Auntie Vero, we are drawing the curtains. I mean, there might be certain questions I haven't asked you. This is the opportunity for you to talk about everything and then give us your concluding words as well, because today we are trying to bang it on 1 hour. Maybe we'll come back to this at some point, but then just give us your thoughts and all that.
Okay, so there's difference between nudity and sexuality, you know. Sometimes we confuse the two together.
Yes.
For instance, nudity is just fame, but sexuality is like helping to promote like breastfeeding and stuff like that, so that, you know, now in town you go and they have places where you can breastfeed. First, it was just not comfortable. So
in our country, it is okay, isn't it?
Exactly. Exactly. But here it's something else. So when we are teaching our children, we just need to be let them know that it's not, nudity and sexuality are two different things altogether. So when you go nude, it's just not okay. But when, like I'm saying, you promote like, you know, this is a woman, we are supposed to respect the woman's body. Now, when music videos and everything, where they're exposing everything and all those sort of dance, and now there's a certain curve that they are supposed to have and everything. You just have to educate them. You are okay the way you are. If God, you are created in the image of God.
Of course.
My darling lady, you are a God. I am a God. You get me? However you are, God created you that way. I am short, I'm not tall. There's nothing I can do about it. The best I can do is wear heels. But I cannot be as tall as the tallest person. And that tallest person cannot be as short as I am. I am fair, and that is fine. You are that. That is fine. God loves you the way you are. You don't need to do extras.
Yes.
To go through certain things, and because now it's like when you do things and you don't expose, you don't go live somewhere, you are not even accepted. You know, so it's becoming a part of that. For me, it's just not right. And our kids are learning, and they are learning so fast. Just look at the Ipiapim Polo saga. That was if you and your son in the room is different thing, but this one you brought it out.
Yes, for the whole world.
For the whole world, you came and the thing is, the son was wearing shorts,
yes,
or wasn't it underwear? Why did you think why did you the boy was you yourself and the boy, you were supposed to wear something?
You know what I'm thinking? Sometimes it is called, should I say, siatra, because it's like we are copying. We are trying to copy other people in other countries, and you end up overdoing what they are doing. So some people
we overdo it.
Yes.
You are the mom. You were supposed to wear something. You didn't wear anything, and the boy, he doesn't know the right from wrong. Now you are teaching him. He is wearing shorts, and you didn't wear anything. And you are calling it whichever name. And then when the law catch up with you, and it's something, I just don't want to go into that aspect. But wrong is for you. Just don't come and put stuff like nobody wants to see you naked anyway. That is why God gave us in His own intelligence somebody to make clothes for us to wear. You go naked in your room, whatever you want to do, that is fine. You don't just bring it out, because you might think that is for you alone, but you are polarizing other people out there. Where your freedom ends, where somebody else's one starts.
Yes.
So everything that we do, we are the first point of contact for our kids. Like I said, we train them from home, and then they bring it out. Why you see sometimes say aboriginal color and stuff like that. There are some kids, you meet them and they are so respectful. Others are just not. They are out there doing it. It's all from home, you know. And they deviate sometimes, but when you train them, they wherever they go, they will remember. At least my mom taught me this, so this is the extent at which I can go. And then also when fathers and daughters, you know how they bond. Men can cover up, especially when it comes to the genital areas. They cover up more than we ladies. But it's also whilst we are talking about all these things, that there should be a line, you should draw a line. It also goes to the men as well. We are all learning, and we are all training our children the way that we are supposed to. Just that, so that when we are not there, it will be sad when you are old, you are not able to get up, you are old, instead of your children to be sitting around you, making, you see them, your success is your children. You might think you have cars, your success is your children. If you have cars and your children are vagabonds, you are not successful. I beg to differ. So you are old, we are on retirement, and your children are bringing you troubles. Instead of you to rest in your old age, they are having troubles, leaves here and there, jail time, drugs and stuff like that. That is not success. So everything that we are doing, it starts from home. Charity begins at home. So you start training them from home, and then they pick it up, and then other people will also learn from them. So thank you for the for the
Look at you, you're laughing
for the
already.
opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
For the opportunity. This is the part where I'll just bring my favorite quote. Many are mad, but few are roaming.
Roaming, yes. I like that quote. You always want us to end our program with many are chosen, but few are roaming. I like that so much. So, in your own words, are you saying a fine line should be drawn, and from what age should that fine line be drawn for when parents decide to be nude in front of their children? Then,
Yes, I know. No, I know a fine line should be drawn from baby to me. At least 3 years, it's fine. But some 3 years are super intelligent. When they start
even 2 years, even 2 years.
Yeah, when they start asking you questions, sometimes the questions make you think, oh my goodness, that brings you back down to from cloud 9 to earth, and then they start telling you that you should be doing more.
Yes.
So that the questions that they put to you, that makes you like think, oh my goodness, I have to be researching more, I have to be teaching this girl more, this boy more, because it looks like they already know what I didn't know at that time.
Yes.
What we didn't know at that time, our kids know. So and let us lie to them when they ask you what is the penis. You can if you're not comfortable in giving them maybe they're playing, they just give them code names and stuff like that. So when you and them are talking, they know what you are talking about, but it's penis out there. But when you are talking, they know this is what you are talking. Yes, you are talking about. So there should be a fine line, and at a certain stage, you should just start covering up, and then you tell them what they need to know before somebody else teach them what they need to know.
Oh, thank you so much for joining me tonight. I am also going to give my final words. I have really enjoyed this conversation. I know we have learned lots from our viewers and our listeners tonight, and definitely they are taking something or two away from our discussion today. So in my own means and in my own ways, I think that yes, the fine line should be drawn, and it depends on you as an individual, honestly. And then this fine line, you should know either the damage you are doing or not doing to your kids. That is a decision you are taking for yourself and your family, and the children whom you are with. So the nudeness, when it comes to nudeness, whoever is in an adult age, you should be careful when you become nude. That fine line, you would think they are kids, they are not watching, but then it is definitely working on their mentality somehow. They are picking something from what you are doing. And just as our sister Auntie Vero says, she says, they are copycats. Children are copycats. They are learning everything from you as an adult. No matter who you are, you could be a mother, a father, an auntie, an uncle, someone who is being a mentor, or whatever it is you are to them. That fine line of nudeness should be drawn. And because we are different individuals, it's up to you to set your own rule and your own borders. But to us, we think that probably from the age of 3, you should be drawing that fine line and not be showing your nudeness in front of these children. We can understand that sometimes it is difficult because these children are either running around and you need to take a shower or you need to do something in a hurry. Sometimes even we as parents, you can leave food on the stove and then go indoor, which has happened so many times to people. I know people can relate to it. You can go indoor, and as soon as you take off your clothes, you remember, oh my God, the rice is burning. The rice is burning, and then you run out in your nakedness to the kitchen to want to go and take the rice off and want to run back to your room. Yes, that second, that minute, that is you still showing your nudeness to a child around you. So we've got to be careful. Yes, there are some pros and cons to it, but then I think there is more of the cons to it than the pros, because from the age of 3 and beyond, you would see children giving you a different kind of look altogether. Sometimes they may look at you weirdly, or sometimes some children will even go to the extent of picking something and covering you up, or they would want to touch and poke you because they've got some curiosity and want to know what it is, want to know how it feels like, or how it is going to move. It's up to you to teach these children the right things, and then at the right age. Do not start getting children to be adults when they are not adults. Don't let them grow quickly. Let them enjoy their childhood. There is a need for them to enjoy their childhood. So please, if you can, I think you must. I'm not sure. I'm not too sure if I can say you must, but people could try. Okay, from now you could try, and then so that you yourself know you are not doing some damage to your children, it's your decision to do it. I don't want to be talking too much. Thank you all who've been watching us tonight. I will read our final comments from here. So we've got Ma Rose saying, this is so true. Cherry Beans at home. My dear, thank you, my dear daughter. Thank you, Ma. We are trying here. Then Amamo Akwa is saying, thanks so much, beautiful ladies. It's been insightful. Thank you so much, Amamo Akwa. We're missing you. Then Beatrice is saying, our dear sister is saying, very well said, my beautiful daughter. God richly bless you. Oh, thank you. We are enjoying ourselves here. And Aunt Beatrice is also saying, this is a very good topic, and I have learned a lot from it. God richly bless you, Diamond Lady. And God richly bless you too for all that support. Then we've got Nana Kwame saying, well done, ladies. Thank you, Nana Kwame, for watching us tonight. Then Joe Man says, thank you. We also say thank you to you all who were able to watch us tonight. So please, if you are watching us later on, don't forget, you can still leave a comment. If you've got any questions, you can still send us your questions, and we are definitely going to answer it next time that we are on here. Just to let you know, we've got Sister United Foundation. We are always supporting masses within England and then Africa. At the moment, the person we are supporting is in the name of Felicia Kwache. We need to help her to raise £55,000 to go for her operation here in England. Please, if you can support her, no little amount of money is too small. We will leave her link out there. And as I said, Sister United Foundation, we are here to support people wherever they are. If you need any support, you can contact the Diamond Lady Show. You can DM us, send us a message, or you can find Sister United Foundation on Instagram. Send us a message on there and let us know who needs our support, who needs our help, and we are going to offer that as well. And those who also have businesses running, as you know, the world we live in at the moment is all about digital trading, digital marketing. We here at Diamond Lady TV, Diamond Lady Show, we are into that as well. You can bring us your advertisements. Let us talk about it. Let it reach the whole universe. We will do it in our own way. Thank you all so much. Thank you, Auntie Vero, for joining us tonight. We really appreciate you. We appreciate you, our very lovely viewers and listeners on Instagram, on YouTube, and especially here on Facebook. You are all the best. We are definitely going to come to you next week with very exciting topics. So look out for our posters as well. Have a good evening and have a blessed week ahead. I know Monday is a holiday. Enjoy your bank holiday, okay? Bye.
Bye.
See you all soon. Auntie Vero, don't go. Please don't go, Auntie
Okay.
Vero. I'm going.